Hell's bells. Someone's at the door. No one ever comes to visit me, especially on a Thursday afternoon. It's 2:00, and Serafina is at the bakery so that I can have the day off. Thus far, I've spent it eating an absurd amount of Irish potato cookies and binge-watching Bridgerton. Why can't I have any wealthy men vying for my hand in marriage? I remind myself that I'm not interested in said wealthy men because one marriage was enough for me. The knocking on the door persists, and I groan. Unlike my phone, I can't silence my visitor. Another 5 minutes pass, and the person is still at my door. Huffing, I unwind from my tangle of blankets and shuffle across my living room floor. My fleece socks crackle with the contact, my short red hair ballooning around my head. Fairly certain I have enough electricity to power an off-grid community, I kick my rain boots as I pass them, hoping the rubber disperses the charge. Peeping through the thin stained glass that decorates the sides of the front door of my Victorian house, I nearly fall over when I spy who's on my porch. Tall, dark, and handsome? Nuh-uh. More like tall, dark, and deadly. A 7-foot monster stands there, waiting patiently for me to open the door that I have no plan of answering. The black fur covering his face and snout is smooth and shiny, a contrast to his tail, which appears very bushy. His large, soulful eyes are lined with gold, and there's a small hoop earring through one of his ears. The navy suit he sports appears more indigo than blue when he steps back into the sunlight, and I spy the infamous ankh on his tie, along with a scarab beetle holding the son of Ra. Legend has it that the Anubis are descended from a literal god of death, but picking out truth and myth from monster origins is just about as tricky as doing it for humans. But in this moment, with my breath fogging the stained glass as I stare at the magnificent creature on the other side of my door, I believe it. This Anubis definitely looks like a god, or the descendant of one. He clears his throat, one sharp, long black claw tapping on his briefcase impatiently. Finally, he sighs. "Ma'am, are you going to let me in?" I squeak, tumbling back and crashing to the floor. "Nobody's home," I stammer like an idiot. Another sigh. "Listen, I promise that you have nothing to fear. I come in peace." Peace? Maybe he's just an ardent follower of his god and trying to spread the good word. Either way, I can't very well go on pretending I'm not home and ignoring him. With a wince, I climb to my feet, my ankle tender where I rolled and sat on it. I unbolt the locks and open the door a crack. "Miss Fern Mabin?" "That's me." "I'm Anu Napa with the IRS. I'd like to talk to you about your taxes." Letting the door fall open, I stare at the man in shock. Of all the things I expected him to say, this isn't it.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.